Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Yes. Greetings, people. It's your host, King Simon, coming in the building, getting ready to set it off with our brother. Red Pillar is coming in the building. Y'all got to lock in. Tell everybody that our brother Red Pill will be here with us momentarily. How y'all feeling? How y'all looking out there, family? All right. I just want to remind everybody that y'all are here tuned in to King Simon Presents. Only quality people, not only on YouTube, but we're also broadcasting on Facebook, broadcasting on Twitter, and we're broadcasting also on Red Pill and Blue Pill's links also. So enough respect to that. Tonight, we got a very special show, of course, the conscious and subconscious economic plight of melanated people. We're going to have Red Pill explain that title because he's going to be in Nicholas, Brooklyn on the 11/11, of course, what we call the vortex or that portal. Yeah, so they're gonna be in Nicholas, Brooklyn. That's right. He's gonna be speaking about the future of conscious economics. So y'all want to make sure y'all are in Nicholas, Brooklyn. Go get your tickets. It's $35 in advance, $44 at the door. Makes sense. It makes sense. So let me turn down the music a little. Let me turn down the music. How y'all doing out there? Make sure we saluting everybody. I see all the people coming in. Sequoia Webb. We're seeing Truth Seeking, Lou in the building. Cause I see so, I said so. Monique Nicholas is in the building. So big up to Monique and the whole crew over there. And all the family that's going to be locked in because we got the red pillar coming in momentarily. He'll be here at the top of the hour. You know how we do it right here. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your cousins, tell everybody that your brother King Simon is in the building. King Simon presents only quality people, and we got red pillar coming in. Don't forget this coming Wednesday, myself and this beautiful sister, the one, the only Carrie Ann Ingram, will be having the one, the only Asir, the Duke of Tears. And Asir will be speaking on how to use discernment to avoid being manipulated by propaganda. So that's going to be Asir, the Duke of Tears, will be here with us. And then in Nicholas on 11/11, they're going to be doing and speaking on this great event. This is going to be a great event brought to you by Nicholas Brooklyn and Kafunya Ife. It's going to be beautiful. It's called Spiritual Legacy Volume 3. So they're going to be in the building. And on the 18th, from 12 to 4 p.m. This is a free event brought to you by Simo Tap, and that's going to have Anthony T. Browder and the one, the only Dr. Ma'at, and that's going to be in Queens. And then in Brooklyn, they're going to have the one, the only, my brother, Wesley Muhammad. Dr. Wesley Muhammad will be in Nicholas, Brooklyn on Saturday, November the 18th from 6 to 9 p.m. So there's two events that day, but one is free and one you got to pay, but it is what it is because both of them are going to be extraordinarily powerful. And those that are going to be in the Atlanta area, we're going to do that crossover celebration and tribute to the one, the only Brother Panic. Those are going to be in the building. Make sure you go to paypal.me/Khadija Samadi or Samadi. That's the name that she has on the PayPal. Or you can hit her up at Cash App. That's $ Khadija Yates at Cash App. And I believe you can email her at, I think her PayPal, I believe, or as soon as you send that, they said, well, please leave your name and email in the notes or comment section of PayPal or Cash App, and they will send you the address. It is a private address, a private location for this big crossover celebration for one of the greatest metaphysics teacher of this time, the one, the only Panic. And do remember, if you want to learn how to apply this new motivation for yourself, how to apply numbers from yourself, from not just my perspective, from overall getting to understand your own perspective, learn how to guide yourself. All you have to do, you can purchase the recording that I just did. And this class was done on the 28th of October, but it's a 3 to 4 hour class, only $55. Believe me, it's real reasonable. And also make sure you go to Carrie Ann Ingram's website. That's carrieanningram.com, or hit her up at linktree/King Carrie Ann Ingram. And don't forget my other sponsors, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up at 800-581-4401. That's 581-4401. And if you have relationship problems, individual problems, family problems, organization issues, and you want a cultural-based coaching and counseling and consulting organization to help you out, check out Acoma House Initiative. Now, this is a PSA. It's only because I support what they do and love what they do. That's why I'm even shouting them out. Go to www.acomahouseinitiative.com, and Montreux and Washer will help you out. And remember, go to Nicholas or Brooklyn or Nicholas Cultural and show them some love. If you want to buy wholesale, make sure you call Nicholas Brooklyn at 718-858-4400. And do remember, you can go to their website also, nicholasbrooklyn.com. Discount code 10%, and also show them this flyer. Take a picture of the flyer and show it to them. It is all retail purchases for 10% off. And if you do want to be a part of this commercial cluster or the intermission cluster, all you have to do is email me or Carrie Ann at these two emails that you see on here. And remember, Advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. And if you do want to buy any of my books, go to Linktree/King Simon Numerator, or you can go to Amazon. And if you want to take my 2-hour course on Udemy, please go to udemy.com and put in the word numerovation, or go to my Linktree/King Simon Numerator.com, Linktree/King Simon Numerator. And if you want to take my 8-hour course, raw, uncut, holistic numerovation course, very powerful, very informative, PowerPoint, and also chalkboard, make sure you go to Linktree. And if you don't want to pay via the Eventbrite charges, you can text me and I'll send you the PayPal and the Cash App link. And do remember, if you want to book a session, a serious session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. I do have a short waiting list in November going into December. So if you book now, you sure enough will be in November. But people are booking me every day to get this thing popping. So it is what it is. And I can't wait to make it happen. It's now 9:02. And we're about to welcome my brother. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This brother here has been a phenomenal energy since I've known him. I've known him since he was young, because they used to come out with their moms one time. I know UAM, that she used to be turned up at the UAM back in the day. She used to model with Brenda Bay Brunson and the whole crew, and I know they would show up at different events, although they was also models themselves. But we got one of the brothers that's going to be in the building, and of course, he's not only a digital and conscious creator, but he's an influencer on many ways. You can email him or send him PayPal at themart125@gmail.com, 125 gmail.com. His Cash App is Phil Moreland, and of course his IG pay is Phil_Moreland and Facts.Initiative. We want to welcome right here on the stage of King Simon Presents Only Quality People, the one from www.ktluniversity.com, the one, the only Red Pillar in the building. What's up, Red?
Peace. What's good with you?
Peace, Lord. Peace. How you doing, man? How's everything with the family? How you been?
Everything is great, brother. All is well. Family is great. You know what I mean? We just we family in. You know what I mean? Everything is everything.
I know your son's birthday is coming up soon, and your birthday, you and your brother's birthday coming. Your other brother, KT's birthday just passed. A whole bunch of birthdays up in the building. I love it.
Champions is lined up. Brother AA and Lighthouse, they coming up.
Yeah,
and then me and Blue is on the 14th.
On the 14th, man, and of course AA is on the 13th. I mean, y'all just doing it up in this month.
This is our this is our month. We got November on lock. You know what I mean?
Y'all definitely got November. And Raku had the end of November, October 30th. So I got to big him up. Got to big up Ra, my man Ra.
Yeah, he set it off.
Him and my former wife is born the same. Him and my former wife is born the same day as Abundance Child daughter. Her first child is born the same day. So big up to them. Also big up to them. Now
31st. It's Legends on October 31st.
Huh?
It's Legends born on October 31st.
Yeah. Well, he's born the 30th.
Yeah, and the 31st.
The 30th. Yeah. Who's born on the 31st?
A bunch of people.
Yeah, man. You know that day is another
vortex. Strong Scorpion sign right there. It's a strong Scorpio date.
Yeah,
to have the Halloween birthday.
That Halloween Eve, boy. And of course on the heels
Prince.
Huh?
Jay Prince.
Jay Prince. Jay Prince. That's right. Oh man, damn. You're right. Also on the eve of course, we just heard that Brother Panic just passed on and transitioned a couple of weeks ago, but they announced it on November 2nd.
Right.
Because I heard you and Blue go on it, man, and from your perspective, before we get into it, what does that mean? Because he shouted you out on one of the things, because you had brought him some stuff, and he shouted you out on one of a few times. He definitely shouted you out, and you came to the house and dropped off some stuff for him. He really loved that, and he shouted and bigged you up. What's that transformation, that transition? What does that mean to us in this quote unquote conscious community from your perspective, brother?
Man, I'm still really sitting with it.
Yeah,
it just happened, and the implications of what happened is like bigger than the moment.
Yeah.
So I can't really give you a definitive statement right now as to the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a level of shock You know, panic represented panic. See, panic to different people is different things.
Yeah.
The same way that red pill and blue pill to different people is different things. It's all perspective based.
That's
so
right.
you'll be sitting right next to somebody and they have a more in-depth, you know, story or storyline to me and my brother rather than somebody that seen me with 19 keys or somebody, you know what I mean? And that's all they know me from is Instagram or something. Panic is he represents an era. You know, he is the he represents an era, and he also, from the New York perspective of what consciousness means on a global scale, right? Because earlier you were doing an announcement and you were giving like kind of like conscious thought leader and other things, and I just prefer, like, at this point I just don't want to have none of that. I don't even want to have no type of, and the father of three, I really want to remain without it, because if it's not said, if we can't even identify what this is properly, it's like, let's not even get it fucked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
This movement that came out of New York.
Yes,
right?
sir. That's right.
In the 2000s. Like, let's keep it with no Google, with no social media, you know, whatever plans that they were hatching to come up with social media, it was around the same time that we were in rooms, you know, hatching these ideas about the future, because collectively we built this future that all of us exist in right now. And it's just like, we're not acknowledging the fact that the architects of a reality that literally shifted the paradigm of the world.
That's right.
And we didn't get no help from nobody, from any circles that people are looking in these days.
That's right.
And the people who help to shift the whole thing, you know, the shit that I see them go through just on social media, the disrespect, the way they get looked down upon, the way they get spat upon, the majority of some of my elders who put mad work in that I see when I visit New York, and they're not pulling up looking like life is good. They still outside scratching. They still outside having to be in a hamster wheel on Maslow's pyramid. They got our people in survival mode, and it shouldn't be like that when we birthed a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yes.
Called consciousness, that they siphoned off and called woke. It's woke marketplace amongst a whole bunch of other things. But this thing has birthed billions of dollars worth of return. So it's like, what's going on? Why is our people not really getting everything that they need from a resourceful people called the people? I didn't meet the people yet. I don't even know who they are. I would love to meet the people one day and see what the benefit of putting on for the people is, because none of us really know. We can't tell you. We can't give you a definitive answer. So right now there's a trinity that have entered into the ancestor realm. This that was going to force people who refuse to look at death. We're in a Scorpio season, so we could talk about this candidly.
That's right.
They made people refuse to look at what's obvious and what's inevitable, something that is the true sign of you breaking out of that religiosity and that dogma, is that overcoming the fear of death, right?
That's right.
We got Brother Daoud, who lived in the graveyard, right? When you want to talk about occultism in New York City and then around the world, which affected every single body, no matter where you from and no matter who you listen to these days, we're talking about ground laying architects in this matrix. If you don't know who these people are and you participate in this stuff and you benefit from it, and you running around, you dedicate your whole life to it, but you don't even know who the goddamn progenitors are.
That's right. I mean, Red, some people don't even know who Pascal Beverly Randolph is.
People didn't know who Panic was. I put it on my page when the brother made transition. It's like, there's people that don't. So that means that there's a failure at the highest level when it comes to what people professed as the community, right?
That's right.
The disunity in this community have created situations where everything is fragmented. So this community will never know its worth, and you'll never be able to give the worth to the people who deserve the worth because it's fragmented and broken in pieces. And whoever's hand had a role to play in that needs to get chopped the fuck off, because I see the effects of it. Like I said a minute ago, I'm counting about 7 people that made transition out of New York, and nobody really celebrated them yet.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
What's the excuse?
You're right.
What's the excuse? Look, not before Azariah.
Yeah.
Minister Hafiz, bro.
That's right. Minister Hafiz.
Kevin Muhammad that's a giant in many communities.
That's right. That's right.
He went too quietly. It happened like
right.
The general on 2/5.
Yes.
My dude.
My man, Marvin Gatlin, Professor Gatlin.
Marvin Gatlin.
I have his tool right here. He was Scorpion also.
Right.
October 28th.
Yeah, the legend.
That's right.
Then you had Sekou.
That's right, brother Sekou.
And nobody said his name. I'm saying we supposed to say everybody's names.
That's right.
We're not supposed to be forgetting each other. We all in this thing together. These people represent an era. I'm seeing the era close, bro.
Yeah.
The people eras are represented by people. Right. Those people are leaving for something of a higher principality, right? I'm not giving no fake ass grief and all of that. No, they checking out because something's happening over there.
Yep, that's right.
They are stacked up on that side, my guy. It's something going on the other side, and motherfuckers is like, fuck this shit. These niggas don't even respect me over here. I gotta fucking scrape, and I gotta beg niggas to come and see me. I gotta fucking dance every time something is happening and reintroduce myself. This shit is almost a form of this is some whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't what the fuck we signed up for. You know what I mean? So we got master teachers dying broke, nigga. And not only are they dying broke, they not even being celebrated because people are caught on to the newest celebrity of the moment.
Mm.
And your man was out there casting a fog on the whole community. He had them under fucking spell, and he still does, because they signed up for they sold out, and they signed up for his mentality, his train of thought, his way of seeing things. And it was a virus, you know what I'm saying? And that was the first time when people really started turning their backs on the elders. It's when these young, arrogant niggas came into the community with their backward ways and they mama issues and they father issues, and they fucked this whole shit up. You dig what I'm saying? And they did not give no credit to the elders. They were robbing the elders. The whole war in New York was about the fact that the DVD vendors were robbing the elders. Nobody wants to talk about that. You know what I'm talking about? It was a whole war that got started over that. And people was taking advantage of the talent. The management was taking advantage of the talent back in the early 2000s. It created a rift. It created a schism. And then niggas went to war with ideologies. That's when you got RBG versus the Moors. And that was the birth of the debate shit. You know what I mean? But it was rooted in the fact that it's like Netanyahu going to war, but right before that, there was going to be a civil war because people was rising up against them. Same thing that happened in Harlem. They was rising up in Harlem because there was some fuckery going on, and then a whole bunch of wars started happening, and people got diverted. And this community hasn't gotten off of that quote-unquote spell yet because nobody is stepping up and shaking the shit up. At least what I could say for Panic, he stayed on niggas' necks. He stayed on niggas' necks. He was not for the fuckery, for the shit. He didn't shy away from calling out what was going on in New York City. with that defunct ass system that's set up out there. They got this whole shit in the toilet. You know what I'm talking about? And we got to talk about that. So I'm coming back to New York. I hope the motherfuckers in New York could wake up and come outside. I hope you niggas could get permission and whatnot, and we could do something. You know what I'm saying? Because from where I'm at, it don't look like a lot of shit is going on in the city that we built up.
That's right.
We put blood, sweat, and tears and built that motherfucking city up brick by brick. You could walk around the world and hold your head up and be like, yeah, I'm from New York City. You know what I'm saying? I do that conscious shit. Yeah, I put in work. I save my people. I mean, it's like they comparing us with rappers and fucking athletes and regular social media people these days. We get compared to ambulance chasers. Yep. And I'm like, yo, nah, fuck that. Niggas was like, we was the Google before. And I'm not saying we like me. I'm saying my contemporaries.
Yeah. We was on the ground though, Red. And we was on the ground. I mean, I was on the ground definitely with 5,000 to 10,000 flyers to promote a lot of this.
And nothing can happen without promotion, and nothing can happen without events.
That's right.
That is the golden grail to why we exist.
That's right.
So it was production companies like with Black Dot, and Shabazz and all of them.
That's right. Burke,
you feel me?
All of them. Everybody before, brother Big Man, all of them.
Brother Big Man, nobody said so. Libraries are burning down, right?
Yeah.
We lost Sekou, we lost Azariah, we lost Dawood, we lost Panic, we lost Rock.
Clemson Brown.
We lost Crimson Brown. This is it. This is within a fucking year, bro.
That's right.
So we don't got no documentaries, nobody to tell the real story, right? And you still got niggas on YouTube telling lies and trying to remix the history. That's satanic. You want to talk about you want to talk about some other shit, nigga? That's when you change history and you omit people and you stop saying their names. That is egregious. So we got to keep the names of the elders alive. How the fuck we don't have one statue of near one of our master teachers? But you niggas be talking about y'all running it up. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody running around trying to stunt on an Instagram, on a teenager app and whatnot, lost complete focus about why we started this shit, what the fuck we started, why the fuck we came outside for. They turned this shit into some type of popularity contest, some old mixy shit on the internet, and it was never about that. You know, King Simon, when you used to come on 125th Street, were we outside to be on cameras?
No, we wasn't. We were
outside working. That was a fucking workspace.
That's right. You see the shirt that I got. I got it from off of 120.
Right, more rich.
More rich. It's their shirt. It's red shirt.
Every time people met me, I was behind a table doing business because I'm not here to play with you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not here to save nobody. I'm not here to play with nobody. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not here to fucking sit around and theorize about dumb shit. I had products that I was gonna sell you, my niggas. Right. And these products were t-shirts that had I gave niggas the audacity to wear icons. You know what I'm saying? To take off that bullshit and to put King Tut on your fucking shirt and to put the ancestors and do all of these things. I gave niggas the audacity to fucking drip, my nigga, and come outside and do that shit. And then other brands, they were able to be created and people's lives were changed and whatnot. And children got sent to school and people were able to quit their jobs and we created an economy. So we're going to talk about not only that, but many other economies that have grown out of the blood, sweat, and tears of these elders and these ancestors and these creators who are here with us now, but some of them are no longer with us. But the work that they put in, we are going to benefit from the work. How the hell does Dr. Sebi cure AIDS and cancer and bring all of these herbs? And y'all got people that they got that shit in Target. No, what store do they got Seymour in right now? It was one of the major brands.
It's in Whole Foods.
Beyond, they've been in Whole Foods.
They've been in Whole Foods.
Beyond Whole Foods. It was in some shit that is not supposed to be in. But that's a great thing. But all I'm saying is industries have been birthed. Industries, economies are being grown. There are so many opportunities that are staring us in our face, The only thing that is disrupting us is us and our fucking distractions and the fact that we all fake clicked up. Niggas don't really want to be, it's like we scared of some type of success on our own. We don't want to be off grid. We just want to be off white. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Y'all want to be white black niggas with white face. You know what I'm saying? You off white. You know what I mean? But you don't want to be off that grid. You don't want to be off the tip. You don't want to be independent where you circulate your dollar and you make promises and you stand on that shit. You know what I'm talking about? And you don't promote brands that are not your people's and whatnot. But all of that shit is played out. That buy black shit. I'll never have that conversation with my people ever in my life. What I would tell them is invest in the equity of anybody that you believe in. Cut all that bullshit out. All of that gum, all that, nigga, vote with your dollar. I don't know. I speak, you know what I mean? I speak Guapanese. Like, what are you talking about? You gotta make an investment, bro.
That's right.
If you believe in it, pay down. These niggas is having bottle wars. People on, you know what I mean? I refuse. At this point in life, I refuse. Anywhere where conscious people are, we supposed to be feeding people. We supposed to be building shit. We supposed to be beautifying our neighborhoods. We supposed to be doing every goddamn thing. It's too much of us from New York, that's in Atlanta, and we don't do shit. We didn't bring the same energy to Atlanta that we had in New York. Why? Because everybody famous now. You know what I mean? Everybody fucking famous. Everybody instant niggas get stopped in Whole Foods. You know what I mean? But people chased us. We popped up in Atlanta, motherfuckers ran down here, and all they do is stay in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about because when we go to the mountaintop, hundreds and thousands of people, but you don't hear nothing till the next time we go to the mountaintop. So I'm starting to do live events.
Yeah. I mean, I started with Ashwa Kwesi, and we doing it.
And I appreciate y'all. You did something.
We're gonna do it again.
You with Panic?
Huh? Yeah, I did. I was with Panic that time when he did it in Stone Mountain. That's why I was bringing because that black venue in Stone Mountain is a beautiful venue. It's a brothers and sisters.
His last event in Atlanta, you had something to do with that.
Yes, right. Yeah.
You know I'm talking about?
We were doing something there at that Stone Mountain event. So, but Kate, I applaud what you just said because, and I know you're not looking for applause. You one of them people that like we used to do it in Flatbush with a gunshot. You know what I'm saying? But and you're absolutely right. And that's why I'm glad that you are doing something over there at Nicholas Brooklyn. Big up to Nicholas. Monique is in the chat. Big up to Nicholas and California. Both of them in the chat. But you're also doing something. You're also doing something tomorrow, Melanin Monday tomorrow at 3 Milli, right? Please talk about
3 Milli Studio. I'm doing a live Melanin Monday at 3 Milli Studio in Atlanta.
Pass through.
I'm doing it the whole month of November. We're doing a live taping of Melanin Monday. We up to episodes almost 200 and whatnot. We've been cooking since 2018. So I'm gonna do it live as it's my love language to the city, so they could come out and network and meet people and get good food and buy merch and whatnot and get to take, a picture with the gods, what I mean? And get to listen to some new music. I say this, and I'm going to stand on it. When we come together, we could heal a person in hospice.
That's true.
If they when we do like Dance Africa in New York, if they just brought people in a wheelchair that was in hospice through that motherfucking ionosphere, they would get up and start dancing. You know what I mean? That's how powerful we are when we gather. And I tell people, if you sick, you know what I'm talking about? If you got ailments and whatnot, because, motherfuckers is going through some, it's a war going on outside.
That's right.
You need to gather, right? With the people. Come outside. Because I never met nobody that got healthy staying in a fucking house. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
Because the health ain't in the house. The power is in the people. So you got to network. You got to go to these festivals. You got to rub around with the people. You know what I'm talking about? That shit lifts up your DNA and whatnot. When you around sick people, you get sick. When you around low vibration people, you get sick. But when you around people of a higher vibration and your vibration is high, water rises to the highest of levels. That's right. That's why we gather on the top of that crystal and whatnot. That's why we link. That's why we've been coming down here for Malcolm X Fest since that bitch got launched and whatnot. I'm talking early 2000s. That's why you see us at Harlem Week. I used to go to Harlem Week with my mama. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And the energy that I felt just being in the circumference of the people. That's why niggas sold me on the word conscious community when I popped up in Harlem in the early 2000s and whatnot. Cause I'm like, that's what I want to build. That's what I want to be a part of. Cause I know that that's where the power is at. You feel me?
That's right.
I used to be with Sadie, surrounded by all of this powerful energy and whatnot. And it's a healing modality to it. So the people in the in Atlantis at a time like this where we are in a fifth dimension, the shift has happened. People are going through a lot of shit right now, energy wise, you know, because when something new is being born, my nigga, it's birthing pains. People going through birthing pains right now. But as with anything else, they should have a support system. So when we come out every Monday, you don't come to complain, come to learn. Come to build. I made it free because I know that the economy got people loopy right now. So I made it free.
Right.
But it's not, you know, it's only limited seating because, you know,
it's a smaller place. What's the exact? You remember the exact address to the place? So people, well, you don't want everybody to come be a whole, but you don't want to pack the place out too quick.
What I have is I got an RSVP form, brother. Okay. I'm not doing nobody at the door. We don't got time for that. You feel me? So we grown and whatnot. So by time tomorrow come, that shit finna be closed. Make y'all minds up. If you want to pull up, sign the RSVP form. You have an option to buy something to eat because we're gonna have 3 different type of foods, plant-based, raw, and we're gonna have the fish for the fish eaters. You dig what I'm saying? You have the option to get you something to drink, non-alcoholic. Or if you want to sip on some wine, you know what I mean? We all are grown. You know what I mean? This is directly across from Magic City. We're not going to judge. You're going to park your car right there in that parking lot because before the 4 weeks is over, I'm going to have one of those sisters from Magic City right on the couch and we'll be interviewing her.
That's right.
Because it was in Magic City in 2003. No, 2002. A woman by the name of Baby Doll. She was the one who read my horoscope. You know what I'm talking about? Pulled out the whole book and did a comparison. Had me effed up in the head. So we can't judge people, yo, because inside of those clubs, we got some we have some lights of the world. You know what I'm talking about?
I know that because I used to talk to a lot of them in the club and they used to drop some wisdom on me in Temptation and Caribbean City and SOBs and Bentleys and
you feel me?
Like all them places from when I was young, going to these clubs and growing up in the nightclub. So I know the wisdom of our sisters in those clubs, man, and the brothers even out there. They got some wisdom and they got a lot of healing that they're doing themselves.
They're doing themselves.
They're doing their own healing. You know what I'm saying? And they had to become their own caretaker. After so-called pimps try to pimp them out. And, you know, when we used to go down there on Fulton Street over there, Rockwell, all them places, the little club back in the day. Man, so, you know, I know the journey, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the topic, family, I want to let's go right into the topic before I think Kafunya might come on and just do a little promotion. But I wanted this topic, the conscious and subconscious plight of melanin people, only because he's going to be doing this big event right there, Nicholas, the future of conscious economics. But if your mind ain't right, your behind ain't going to be right. So let's talk about that real quick, about what you're about to go into Nicholas and do, but also conscious and subconscious plight. Because if your mind is not tied with each other, if it's not unified with each other, it's not going to work for a lot of these people out here in the street with their monies and the stuff that which you're trying to build or what we're trying to build as people. Go ahead, talk about it.
First and foremost, I dropped a link for y'all. It says melaninmondays.rsvpify.com.
Yeah, there it is.
I see it.
It is very important to understand and to understand and to overstand that your currency is directly locked in with your energy flow, right? Or your energy or your auric field. Okay. You are responsible for what you attract, right? And what you attract is not only wealth and finances and whatnot, it's also the people that you attract in your life, or the drama that you attract in your life, or rather the peace that you attract in your life. So knowing that, I would assume that the number one priority for us to do is to start working on our energy. Once you begin to work on your energy, then the conversations about conscious economics begin to become more clear, because you're clearing up your mind by clearing up your energy. If your energy is foggy, so is your mind, because your mind and your energy are one and the same. So a lot of us are connected to people who have bad energy, who are giving us bad advice, who are doing wrong, who are going opposite of the direction that we're going in and whatnot. And they have us somewhat on a fence, dealing with all type of situations where, you know, we have to question ourselves. We have to doubt ourselves. We're not getting the type of push that we need. We're not getting the type of reading that we need. We're not surrounding ourselves with people like King Simon who could read us and whatnot. We're not surrounding ourselves with people who do energy work. We're not surrounding ourselves with other entrepreneurs who have opportunities to network and, you know, deal, you know, things that they could put us onto and whatnot. So first and foremost, what's important and why we're doing what we're doing on Monday, and then why what we're doing on 11/11 in Nicholas, the number one aspect that we should be doing right now is networking. Your network is your net worth. It's not a fancy saying. It is a real deal, Holyfield. Your network is your net worth. It can save you. King Simon has traveled around the world, and he can tell you, if you have a strong network, you could go anywhere in the world, set up shop, and make something happen for yourself. As you see global politics right now take place, the quote unquote possibility or the reality of us meeting up in Africa very soon, or somewhere like Turkey, to do business is more possible now than it's ever been. I am not going to shy away from the BRICS. I am not going to shy away from all of these markets that I'm seeing open up, where people have a mentality that's not something that I shy away from. I'm looking into those markets because what I learned about Moorish history, because what I learned about my ancestors, and because what I learned about my place in history, I'm like, oh nah, I'm going back to my to the Silk Road. I'm going to go back and retrace my steps and whatnot. So all of the places like BRICS, Brazil, like that's a no-brainer. Right? Russia, that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? India, that's a no-brainer. China, like all of these places need to be explored, because these are import-export markets. These are markets where you could go and tap into what is known as manufacturing. For anybody who does any type of business where you produce products, you know about the underlying bottom line, and the fact that if you could get low-cost manufacturing, you got yourself, you have a viable business right there. You have the opportunity to scale up and to get into any market. But we are now opening up into a global market. It is no longer a USA market. It is no longer I'm from New York and I'm only selling in Brooklyn. No, there's apps right now. There's AI apps that could take this video right here and translate it into 100 languages, right? And you could send it to 100 different nationalities and nations and whatnot. People that know about Red Pill in Russia, people that know about me in Brazil, they know about me every single corner of the planet. So it's time to take your show on the road. And like I said before, it's always better in the flesh versus over the internet. But I ain't gonna negate the internet, because this is a whole new paradigm. This is a whole new dimension, and this is a whole new world. This wasn't here 10 years ago.
That's right. That's right.
This is what's called the electrified age. People are not benefiting off of the fact that, you know what I mean? Once again, your network is your net worth. So I got plays that I'm doing all around the world just built off of the fact that I got a global network. I got connects and contacts, but it don't serve me what I can't use all of this. So the next thing that I have to do is I gotta become a bridge and a liaison with the opportunity to stare at me in my face in the community that I represent in a network that I belong to, and I know that they need opportunities. So in Nicholas on 11/11, that's what we bring into New York City, the same way that I did I did my first Fear of a Black or More Messiah lecture in 2016 at Nicholas.
That's right.
Legendary shit. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, October the 10th.
October
and
10th.
It's only right that I go back, you know what I mean, on 11/11, and I deliver these solutions. I deliver this cloth. I deliver these steps and whatnot. I might even pop up with a book. Who knows? Because, you know, I'm in my bag right now. Yes, this is a master course that I did.
Yes, sir.
40 AIs in the music. I created millionaires just off of the fact that we were early on AI. The birthday of AI 2.0 is 1 year old this month because ChatGPT came out in November 2022. I was on Black Magic in December of 2022, telling the audience, thousands of people, yo, get on this shit right now.
Yep. That's right.
Right now.
That's right.
And they came up. They came up. I got people that have been signing $1 million deals. I mean, talking about lives have changed for the fucking, they lit. Clothing lines have started. Books have been created. People, I was at the Invest Fest running into mad people like, yo, Red, I took your course. That shit changed my life, yo. I'm lit right now. So once again, those opportunities are beginning to open up. This AI, I just did a class earlier today, my second cycle, right? Cycle number 2, 40 AIs in a Mule workshop, right? These are for my Patreons. Bro, the opportunities that have been created, the fact that we're not talking about that, that's what the title of this show is about. Because we don't have our minds right. We hate what we don't understand and we fear what we don't know. You're beginning to see how tricky the media is when they are at complete war, right? Not the subtleties where we be trying to point things out and people refuse to see it. No, they pulled the mask back and showed you who they really are, right? But these are the same people that said, yo, Bitcoin is volatile. Don't do it. Don't touch it, right? I used to be in the streets. I know what the con game is. The con game is tell them to run this way while you get them stuck this way.
Three-card
game. You don't never point the mark. You never point the mark in the direction of where they're supposed to go. You always send them opposite. That way you could play with them in so many ways and take everybody's lunch money versus if you point them in a direction of where they're supposed to go. That's the job of the media. You'll never hear the media say, buy this stock. That shit is lit. You'll never hear them say, go and get that, my nigga. It's up. No, that's they would get sued. They don't, but people don't have a problem when they lie to you, though. So they told people AI is evil, AI is gonna get you, AI is this, AI is that, right? So far, it's a year later, right? More people died. More people died from, I could name a whole bunch of things, right? But as far as I know, ain't no AI bodies that I ain't been going no AI Zoom funerals. You feel me? I ain't go to an AI Zoom funeral once. But the drillers is still drilling. The Jabberwocky is still walking niggas. You know what I mean? There's a whole, the Fetty stepping on, the Fetty WAP is washing niggas. The Fetty? Oh, man. Nobody talking about, they don't got no fear factor on that.
That's right.
Oh, I did hear that the AI, a girl died from the rose. So the AI's got one body, okay? One body on AI.
Wow.
But,
wow.
Because that's interesting, and I won't get into that right now, but there is a metaphysical conversation about what gets birthed once something that is a machine is inserted into the quote-unquote place that gives birth to all things, right? So is it woman's infatuation with machine that gave birth to this whole new AI thing that we're seeing? Because that AI is being quoted, that robot is having intercourse. It's you know.
Yeah.
copulating
on both sides, men and women. But it's not men, it's the women that give birth to these things. So you damn right that a motherfucking robot is about to come out talking. You damn right transhumanism and all of that is here. We're going to see AGI and all of that. Be prepared. Get ready. But not only get ready, my nigga, get steady. You better set this shit up to work for you. In this course, in this master course, I am creating monsters. I'm creating fucking fuck a boss. I'm creating Thanos. If you know what you're doing, if you could disrupt, and I mean this by disruption, y'all. I don't mean it I mean disruption. Thanos snap an industry.
That's right.
When you understand because when you understand the advantage that you have by being early to the game, it's a year later, you still early to the game.
Yep.
So we've been teaching, we've been reaching people around the world. We've been building and destroying. You feel me? We've been laying this shit down the way that it needs to be laid down and whatnot. And I just want to close out this 2023, this magical year. You know what I mean? That reveals so much to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it stayed true to form. You know what I'm talking about? This shit stayed true to form. This is the GOAT year. You know what I mean? And you know, we gained some ancestors, like I said, on the other side. Y'all gonna have to get onto your dark side shit. You're gonna have to tap into, you know, we at war right now. You seeing right now there's a war against what? Light and darkness. He said it.
That's right.
BB said it.
That's right.
He said it. So he summoned all kind of biblical references. Then he said light and darkness. Then Panorific goes to the dark side.
Yep.
Right. So yes, it is time to set up them altars. It is time to start doing work and summoning those quote unquote ancestors. I was gonna have a Day of the Dead day party, Simon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. I was putting it together and I got thrown off by some of that news and whatnot, because not only did I hear about Panic, the good brother Chicago Crypto Block Bully, he lost his nephew, and I met his nephew in Chicago, bro. And I know his father, and that shit hurts.
Wow.
You feel me? Yeah. So it's like I kind of I ain't do it. You know what I mean? Right. But we in the month of November, and the spirits is like, nigga, you got to do it. So I already talked to Heru Supreme, DJ Heru Supreme. I might do it when I get to New York, but a Day of the Dead day party, because we got what is known as the orchestra of ancestors. And that symphony, that Philharmonic, that shit is lit, y'all. And it's a message in music and whatnot. And then we got to hear the words of our master teachers on those instrumentals and whatnot, on that orchestra, on that symphony. You know what I mean? It's time to start unlocking some shit. We need candles with our master teachers on it. We need motherfucking altars with the pictures. We need that shit to be set up in all of these cities where they saved you niggas from your monkey asses. Set up an altar to them. Stop playing on the fucking internet. You know what I mean? I'm taking shit personal. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas don't even got murals and whatnot, but gangbangers and rappers and other niggas do. Y'all getting this ancestor shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk it, but y'all not really, I don't see it manifesting. Y'all letting white people run with this shit. Nigga, Disney is running with your whole your dark magic shit, bro. Right
there. Yep. They are for real.
Marvel is running with your shit.
That's for real. Yep.
They Comic-Con in this shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, we need altars to Sabi, to Dr. Francis Crest. We need shit in. If we in Harlem, where the fuck is Dr. Ben's statue at? That street shit is cool and whatnot. But we talking bronze statues. We need marble statues, bro.
That's right.
We got legends amongst us. And we not going to let the other generations come and do it when we could do it ourselves. They got 3D printing machines. They got a statue of 21 Savage in Brooklyn Museum. Like, what are we doing? We letting them niggas beat us to the fucking chase, and we have millions of dollars at. Don't let nobody. That's why I'm doing this future economics. Y'all ain't been where the fuck I been. I was on a higher level tour, my niggas. Like, It's bro, stop playing. It's we are $1 billion industry. I don't know what anybody said to y'all. We not struggling. Them days is over. People is not hurting in this network that I'm in.
Exactly.
You was with Billy Carlson. You was in his crib. Tell the people about what the conscious economy looked like.
Woo, man! And I got a series on his show on his network, so he's the real deal. What you said, Holyfield, is the real deal, and Billy ain't no joke with it. I try to tell some of these guys, leave him alone. Let him do it, because he has to battle. People don't realize he has to battle against the European, but he has to be like a spook. Right. He's spooking it out up in that bay. He had to be a spook. So I respect the spook that sat by the door since I grew up on that movie. And I expect what he did. I respect what Dr. Africa did when he was in the military. I respect all of that, man. So, Billy is showing that. And that's what helped me to turn it up, to want to turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Turn up the volume. Gotta turn up the volume.
We only live once, y'all. We only live once. We should be able to get in the fucking thing that we want, and fuck all of that. I ain't talking about condiments. I ain't talking about desirable shit. I'm talking about motherfucking our land back. I want a mountain. You know what I'm talking about? I want a mountain in Brazil, my niggas. You know what I mean? Like I want a whole fucking island type shit. I'm not penny. You know what I mean? Like, are you dumb?
I'm not looking at. Suzanne went to Peru, boy, never came back. I heard, man. Suzanne,
why wouldn't she? Yeah, why? Yo, every single one of our master teachers should be on an island somewhere with about 100 acres.
Yep.
Where's the thanks? Where the fucking thanks for all of the work that we doing? So there's an imbalance on the balance sheet in this whole collective. Everybody got blood on their hands. There's an imbalance on the balance sheet in this whole network until everybody get right. Yeah. And all that is $1 each from everybody. If it's 10 million of y'all, just give $1, bro, and you sleep easy at night. But y'all out there fucking with people that's going over to the other side, and y'all still penny pinching and pump faking and just fucking leeching off of people. All right, we'll see you on the other side then. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all doing this in the face of millions of ancestors, and the shit at this point is egregious. So it's like we need to evaluate. I'm niggas is like, yo, you becoming an elder. So if that's the case, I'm turning up, because what I refuse to do is be an elder on a hamster wheel. You niggas are not gonna work me.
That's right. Exactly.
You're not gonna work me. The fuck is you talking about? We came into this bitch to build some shit. We niggas said community and we signed up. So what are we doing? Where's our $1 million fund? Where's our R&D, our research and development? Where's so many things missing? So I'm gonna come to New York, talk my shit, have a conversation with my people. Yeah, that's the KTL website.
Yes,
all
sir.
Classics on there.
That's right.
Of our intellectual property. YouTube terminated our page, but I got all my archive. They can't terminate the fucking Terminator. You know what I'm talking about? They just made my shit more valuable. Yep. And they're about to get washed in a lawsuit too, but we'll have that conversation on another day. But it's all going to be from altar work.
Yep. That's right.
Because I could talk to Dawood about YouTube or YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what to do.
Right.
I can have the conversation because there's some Baba Kalindi.
Yep.
There's some no-nonsense people in the ancestor realm. And women be like, oh, it's so hard to find a real man. Yeah, because they all in the motherfucking underworld. Why don't you talk to them? You know what I'm talking about? Why don't you ask them to clear the way? Why don't you ask them to fucking big stepper for you? Why don't you feed them? Right. So sometimes these conversations is a little too harsh and brash, but I refuse in the month of Scorpio, especially with these motherfuckers trying to put a muzzle and a sensor on me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially the fact that, I'm waking up and motherfuckers are not here no more. So you mean to tell me that I'm not going to be able to talk my shit and I'm supposed to be quiet, but any day could be my last? The shit ain't adding up. You know what I mean? The math ain't mathing. So stand on your square. You rather stand on your fucking square in this sorry ass existence and go out with a fucking bang than be cowering and whatnot and go out and be forgotten.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
This sorry ass fucking reality, this timeline we in. Nigga, I want to go back to my original timeline. This shit is like it's like a detention. This bizarro world that we're in. I'm serious.
No, you're
Every
right.
day, further
Right.
proof is showing me that this is a bizarro world. This is an upside down, like the Stranger Things, nigga.
Yeah.
I think it was CERN or something.
Now, family, remember tomorrow, if you're in Atlanta, they got Melanin Mondays happening. You could go and register right there, be on the RSVP. Of course, melaninmondays.rsvpify.com. Remember, that's the link right there. It's I already pinned that link up. I showed y'all the link. Also, I pinned the link up for the big event that they're doing at Nicholas. He's returning to Nicholas at 11:11. That portal right there. The future of conscious economics and how it is important. So go get your tickets through Eventbrite. She did. I do have that, and I can share that also. That's the Eventbrite link right there. That's also pinned in the description section right here on YouTube.
And we live streaming it too, y'all. And it's live stream. So get your ticket for your live stream. You could be in El Segundo. We gonna turn up. We giving you solutions. We bringing new music. You know what I mean? I got Hank Rising Sun in the building, Lloyd Strayhorn in the building, Sister Kafoon in the building, Sister Monique. It's a fucking movie, y'all. 11:11. So you know we bringing the magic right on Fulton, where I used to. That's my old stomping ground. Going right home to Brooklyn.
That's right.
This is my homecoming. I need y'all to come and celebrate with me. Come and get some of this merch. Come and get some of this. I might even come with a new book and whatnot. Come and get some of this music and whatnot. Come and get some of this food. Come and get some of this brain food. Come through. Come and pop out. Brooklyn, New York. Go and get it. Go and get your ticket and whatnot. You got early bird specials. I'll see y'all on the 11th. Love,
man. Love you, man. Thank you very much for coming on, man. And salute to y'all, man. And I'll see y'all soon. I'm more likely gonna roll up on them, trying to get a ride out there, and I'll get them out there, and I'm gonna hang out with y'all, man. All right.
You heard that.
All right, my brother. Be safe out here, man. I'll see you tomorrow, man. All right. Peace and love.
Peace.
Peace. That's our brother Red Pill in the building, man. We love our brother. He came with the fire. You know how he did it. Woo! I ain't had to say too much, and that's what I like. I don't have to say too much because brothers like him know what to say, how to say it, and they got the win for it. And the brother's birthday right now, he's in a certain cycle right now before his birthday. So it's all about cleansing and removal of people, places, and things when you're in that critical cycle. And that critical cleansing cycle is always 52 days before birthday it starts. So every one of us have a critical cleansing cycle, which we also have to start thinking critically before our new year comes in. Because remember, our new year, our birthday represents our own personal new year. I'm not talking about January 1st unless you're born on January 1st. But if you're not born on January 1st, your birthday, according to the science of mathematics, of the numerology, and the science of using the living math of as mathematics, your birthday is your personal new year. That's your personal new year. And when you understand what you need to do before your personal new year, that's when you do the cleansing. You just do the clearing of the way. That's when you start doing all the cleaning out yourself mentally, spiritually, physically. Sometimes people leave out your life before your birthday. People transition, relationships go down. All of that, sometimes before your birthday, things like that happen. So that's why I do, and I present to y'all my form of numerology, which I dub as numerovation, because every one of us have what we call this cycles and everything. And remember, numerology or the study of numbers is not psychic. It's the pattern, cycles, and sequences reveal so much that you might think it's psychic, but it is not. It's revealing the patterns, cycles, sequences. Then in turn, it opens you up to understand your intuitive powers and your intuitive navigational force that's already in you. So mathematics or numerology or numerovation is just here for you to confirm. So it reveals, even if you try to conceal. That's why I always say numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves, and numbers don't require you to believe in them. They work behind the scenes, whether you believe them or not. in these computers, in the analytics, in these clocks, in these watches, in these phones that we use. All of it, numbers is working behind the scenes. And once you understand that, man, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready to understand your mathematics. That's why I do sessions, but also that's why I teach classes for you to learn it yourself. I want you to know this for yourself. I don't want you to depend on me. I got other things to do. I got 6 more books to write. I got to do what I got to do to make sure I have this land and this stuff for my 13 grandchildren and counting. 9 children and 13 grandchildren. Even if they don't bear witness to what I'm doing right now, that 10 or 15 acre is going to serve a greater purpose. And as soon as I get it, I tell them, look, you bury me here so I can watch over this land and watch over this land, so I can watch over it from the spiritual realm, so I can let y'all know what's happening. Y'all stay in tune with me. So whatever land I'm about to purchase, whether it's 5 or 10 or 15 acres, I want to be buried right there so I can watch over it from my spirit. And if I'm going to get cremated, just sprinkle my dust right there, and I'm going to show you that I am still alive in the astral realm. I'm still working. That's why I know Brother Panic is still working. Pandemonium, mental pandemonium, spiritual pandemonium. That's why his name is Panic. So y'all can panic if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to be there to celebrate the crossover celebration with Panic on November 25th. We all popping up because we understood what Baba, our brother, meant. And when he crosses over, and then that announcement was made on November the 2nd on the Day of the Dead, that was very significant. And that whole day added up to a portal number of 11. And 11 is that spiritual guide, that spiritual teacher, that spiritual awareness, that spiritual awakeness. But it's also saying, don't deceive yourself. Don't be deceived, because they're going to throw out the deception out there. Period. That's what media does. Media is military. So what they do is throw the stone over there, while something else is going on over here, and they putting their hands in dirt of somebody's backside right now. So look, we ain't here to play. I don't want nobody coming to me without understanding that I'm serious about what I do. That's why I don't call myself a reader. I call myself a consultant or an advisor. And if you ain't ready to be advised, like today, this sister was texting me and she asking me, how long is my list? How long? It doesn't matter how long is your list. All you have to do is circulate and then get your appointment locked in, because every day my list goes up. Sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's a few weeks, sometimes it's 6 months. I talked to Brother Panic's wife, and she said her list for her sessions and her consultation is 2 years. You talk to Sister Myra Moss, her list is probably a year to 2 years. And you complaining about a few weeks or a month with me because I move fast. I don't do hour sessions. I do 30 minutes and I keep you moving because y'all can't handle my 30-minute sessions. That's why I don't do an hour session. I don't do 2 hours. I'm not doing 3-hour sessions. Y'all can't handle 30 minutes. And even when I do 30 minutes, I'm over 5 or 10 minutes. I give y'all a little brata, like in Jamaica, I would say brata, a little extra. I give y'all a little extra, but you better come with the questions, because the numbers don't lie. And if you really, really, really want to work on who you are and work, just consult all of the great ones out there already. Consult us. Consult the Ra'akus, consult the Aquarius Maximus, consult the Lloyd Strayhorn, consult the Jackie Levine, consult the Nina Diamond, consult the astrologers like Lorenzo, consult Samuel L. Reynolds, consult all the Ife and I Ching and Tarot and whoever's dropping this wisdom from the proper intentions. You consult them so you can become better, so you can walk a better navigational path. I don't play with this. And that's why I always quote David Levy from WBLS LIB radio. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. My mother and father don't even know me in this vein. My sisters, my brothers, they don't even know me like this. They watch me, they check me out, but it's like, because my light is so close to family, the light outshines and blinds them. Where all of y'all out there that don't know me, that's not a family member, y'all see my light. Y'all see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the change. Y'all see, I got a series. I got another series about to come out. I'm not playing with this because I don't have that much time as far as I'm concerned. I don't have that much time. So, and you don't have that much time. So stop playing with your mathematics. Stop playing with your astrology. Stop playing with your cardology. Stop keep on coming back to these people that are doing sessions and consultation for you. So I don't know. You told me this last year and I fell off. Then fall back on and stop falling off. You're grown ass people. Stop falling back on and stop falling off. You're grown. The only time I want to hear that is from children because they're still getting to know themselves. So we can't be playing with this. I'm not here to play with y'all. I'm not here to play with you. When I do what I do, I do what I do. And people like Monique and Kafunya and Lloyd and all of them see me grow. I don't stop. I've been promoting since I was 12. Have I stopped? No. Because I love what I do. So whatever you do, you better love what you do. And if you don't love it, put it down and go find something that you love. Go find something that you love. Stop playing with your mathematical guidance system. Because all of us are here to show some form of the gifts, talents, and skill that we have. And the graveyard is filled with people that did not show their gifts, their talents, and their skills. The graveyard is filled with it. That's why people like Les Brown and Dr. Farrah Gray and Tony Robbins can say, you know, the richest place on the planet is not the gold mines and the diamond mines and the platinum mines of the world. The richest place on this planet is the graveyard because there's people that are going to their graves without exposing and sharing their gifts, talents, and skill to the world. We ain't thinking, bro. And on that note, look, I got to get on out of here. Like WBLS very own Frankie Crocker used to say, I'm going to take a step to the rear and get the heck on out of here because I got things to do. I got material to study. Right after I get on here, I got scientific books. I got metaphysics books. Because what I do is study everything so I can be a better person for myself, but also be a better consultant for you. For those who want to book a session by texting their full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022. But if you want to learn for yourself from a basic perspective, then here is the class. All you have to do is send that Cash App or that PayPal. I know people say, oh, but why I got to be? Look, it's my time that you're paying for, really, because that's 3 to 4 hours, and that is reasonable. Even Lloyd Strayhorn looked at it and said, God damn, bro, that's cheap. That's what Lloyd said. Lloyd said, damn, that's cheap. Even my 8-hour class is very reasonable. You know how much Dr. Africa said I can charge up to $300 to $500 an hour just to do a consultation session. That's what Dr. Africa told me before he passed on. And a few other celebrities, clients that I have, which will remain nameless. The only reason I'm saying Dr. Africa is because he published 3 of my books before he transitioned. But he sat down with me in his living room and said, you know, King, you could actually charge $300 to $400 or $500 for a session of your caliber because of how you deliver. He told me this to my face. And I said, Doc, I want people to be I want to be reasonable, man. I'm gonna just stay with the 30 minutes, and I don't want to, I'm there fighting my power. And Dr. Africa recognized my power. That's why he decided him and his wife decided to publish my material before he transitioned. I didn't even know he was going to because he published it like three years before he transitioned. So I didn't even know that's what was going on with him. So it's so incumbent upon us to find and take a walk into our intuitive powers, because red and blue are operating on their intuitive powers. Why do I say that? Because they're born 11/14, and when you add that 11/14, do I have to take you to the board? When you add that 11/14, I'm talking about their alignment number. When you add the 11/14, That's a number 25, which is a 7, and that's the intuitive number that they're aligned with. That's the observational number that they're aligned with. That is the observable number that they're aligned with. That is the number that they're aligned with. Blue and red. Both of them are born. Red and blue are born the same day. They are twins. And that is their alignment number that aligns them to what they're supposed to do. That is their first pinnacle. That is their that's their achievement number. So they need to flow in that intuitive. So they're picking up on the algorithms of the world. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why he's tapped into AI. And the word AI, although it's called artificial intelligence in numerology, that's a number 1, that's a number 9, that's a number 1. So that equals 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune number. And then the A is 1 and that equals the number 2. And that's the inspirational number. That's one of the inspirational numbers. AI. No wonder they connected to AI. And 2 is a supportive number to number 7. That's one of the supportive numbers of number 7 in numerology. So no wonder he's doing AI. No wonder they're tapping in. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I just showed you the mathematics of just red and blue connected to AI. And the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune energy. Anybody who studied tarot know what the number 10 is. Whatever you put your mind and your heart to, it will be. That's the number 10. Like I said, family, I got to get on. I got to take a step to the rear and get the heck on out of here. If you want to book a consultation with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. If you want to take the class yourself and learn how, and as soon as you send the money, as soon as you circulate the finance through Cash App or PayPal, I will send you the link. Make sure you put in the note or the comment section of PayPal or Cash App your email, and the link goes straight to you. $55, that's it, for 3 to 4 hours? And I charge $100 for a 30-minute session? Y'all better stop playing. This ain't no joke. I'm not joking. I don't play with what I teach because I get all of my information. I cross-reference, I study, I go back into time, then I bring it right to the forward. Then I study nature, I study celebrities, I study all of that stuff. But most of all, I study myself. I study myself, I study my family, I study what's going on. Because the only way you're going to understand how to use your mathematical navigational system, which people call numerology, which means the study of numbers. So any application of numbers or the use of numbers is numerology. People keep on getting it twisted. I don't care what Wikipedia says. That's Wikipedia. And we don't know who's controlling that, because anybody can go in there and edit it. And somebody with some kind of bias can go and edit it. I can go in there and edit it, but I'm not going to touch that. That's not my job. My job is to show people and prove that it's not a theory anymore, that it's a theorem, because I've seen the cycles, patterns, and sequence reveal over time since I started studying it, since I started officially going into it in 1989, 1990. So look, it is what it is. So family, that was my rant. That was my rant for the day. Of course, I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm going to thank Red Pill for coming on, of course. Don't forget, he'll be at Melanin Mondays, right across from Magic City, down there near the Greyhound, right up the block from the Greyhound. Over there, Forsyth Street. So if y'all want, I think it's 239 Forsyth. Y'all go on down there. You got to RSVP, like they said. You got to RSVP. Here is the link for the RSVP. Limited space. If you're a vendor, you could also vend over there. You can limited space, but you must RSVP. All right. And if you're going to Nicholas, Brooklyn, remember Nicholas, Brooklyn. This is the link to Nicholas, Brooklyn. Y'all going out there to Nicholas, Brooklyn. If you're in New York City, go show them some love in New York City. It's going to be 11/11. It's going to be a whole vortex that day, man. 11 plus 11 equals 22. Oh, it's going to be on fire that day. I'm telling you right now. Y'all gotta be there, family. You gotta be there. All right. And do remember, remember this coming Wednesday, we got the one, the only Isaiah, the Duke of Tears, how to use discernment to avoid being manipulated by propaganda. Myself and Carrie Ann Ingram will be interviewing them. And then on the 18th, early at 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Anthony T. Browder and Dr. Ma'at. And then on the 18th at Nicholas, Brooklyn, Wesley Muhammad, that same day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So y'all can go to those two events. Remember, if you're going to be in Atlanta area, Brother Panic, they're doing the crossover celebration. And that's also Unc Rising Son's birthday. So I think Unc said he's coming out here. He might come out here, he said. And then boom, of course, if you want to find out on how to get, remember, payment options, please leave your name and email in the note or comment section of PayPal or the Cash App. Support Sister Khadijah. She needs all the support she can get. If you want to take my class, please take a picture of this or send a Cash App, $55 for the Cash App. I send the 3-hour link to you. You'll be able to watch it. It's yours. It belongs to you. You'll be able to study it. I get into all the numbers and I get into the 111222 and what it means from a certain perspective, not just those angel numbers that they throw at you online. Although they're good, you got to understand it from multiple perspectives. Also, please support my dear sister from Canada, the one, the only CarrieAnnIngram.com, CarrieAnnIngram.com, Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit them up. If you want to get your relationship on right, there's a relationship counseling, individual counseling, family counseling. Hit up the Acoma House Initiative.com. Hit up Nicholas at NicholasBrooklyn.com or go and support them. And remember, if you want to sponsor on my show, very reasonable for the month. And if you at least sponsor for at least 3 months, I put you on and interview you about what you're doing in the community and your products. That's how we do it on this show. And remember, you want to get any of my books, go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Also, you can go and take the Udemy class. You can go on Udemy and get it, or go to my Linktree/the Numerator. And remember that 8-hour class is also very powerful, very informative, PowerPoint and chalkboard. And you can go to Linktree also, or just text me if you want to do Cash App and PayPal. And if you want to book a full session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you book now, you'll definitely be in November. But if you wait, I'm going into December. I'm already going into November. I got at least a few more slots in November. I got approximately probably 10 slots in November. So if you book now, all you have to do, you'll be on the list for November before we close out in November. So you get to get whatever cycles, find out what you're going through, and whatever questions you want to ask, you can ask that question in a private session, which I actually record on a private YouTube stream, and you'll be able to broadcast it on any platform. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Like Dr. B. Sirius says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I'm thankful for my life. And like the late, great Dr. Delbert Blair used to say, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. The late, great Dr. Blair. Let's give all of them a well-deserved round of applause. All of the ancestors, all of them. A well-deserved round of applause. Let's give them all a well-deserved round of applause, man, and throw up that altar, man. Show them some respect, all right? Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Once again, thank you for being a part of the journey of King Simon Presents Only Quality People, not only broadcasting on YouTube, but also on Facebook, Twitter, and other places, and also the Numerovation Nation, and also, family, like I like to close out, Marcus Garvey used to say, one love, one aim, one destiny, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. Dr. Khalid used to say, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one creative force, one God. And like Maya Angelou used to say, and still we rise. Continue to rise to the top, don't stop. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Take care. Peace.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numero Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the New Motivation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of New Motivation. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a New Motivation consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to Linktree/King Simon, the New Motivator. That's King Simon, the New Motivator. And your books are available on Amazon. Remember, I'm the El Numero Uno, the New Motivator himself. And if you want to book a session, all you have to do is text me. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. I love you. Peace. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Or prosperous, righteous teachers. We gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class.